Oh, again, we not going to expect miracles of him. He's fit in really well this week. He's really confident guy. Really has fit in really well. He hasn't sort of stood back. He's sort of making sure that what we want him to do. He's tried to do it, and, but we want him to bring his strength as well. And as I said, he's fit in really well. And like I say, he hasn't been shy at all. He's stepped into the team train and done a real good job. So, like I say, we're not expecting miracles from him, but we just want him to play to his strengths. And obviously, he runs the ball really well and brings it out of our end. And so, again, we've got a new centre this week too with Justin out. So, a little bit of combination there as well. So, hopefully he'll enjoy his time here and hopefully he enjoys this week.
Does it help him, he's got that relationship on field with Harry? Obviously they had that year together.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how much a winger and the dummy half are going to see each other, but certainly off field, it probably made him a little bit more comfortable. Coming down to the clubs, they build a pretty strong relationship, when Harry's with the Tigers, so that's obviously helped.
We want to talk about Solomana's tackle on Egan and how he escaped sanction. What are your thoughts on that decision? He was lucky to escape sanction.
Well, all he did is drop his weight down. He didn't elbow him in the head or he didn't move his arm to his head. So at the end of the day, that's gone. We're concentrating on other things now.
Craig, how's Coates coming along? How's Xavier looking? Is he a possibility you could run around tomorrow night?
Yeah, it's obviously he done a little bit of training today. He didn't finish the session on Tuesday, so anyway, we'll see how he pulls up in the morning. He's probably more unlikely than not, to be quite honest, but we're obviously keen to get some footy under his belt. He hasn't played for about 8 or 9 weeks, I don't think, so the more games we can get him into and the more training we can get him into, it's going to really help, but we're not going to take any risks either.
How long is Nick supposed to miss for, Nick Meaney?
Yeah, again, that's we're clutching the straws here. Sorry I can't give the definite answers, but Nick, the main reason he's missing this week, obviously I don't know, again his shoulder's not as bad as they first thought, but I think it's still multiple weeks. It's not as if it's it's a 3-day thing. But in that incident the other day, when he hurt his shoulder, that's where he got his head got knocked into the ground as well. So he's missing this week. He was ruled out because of the HIA. So whether obviously he'll be right next week as far as HIA goes, but with his shoulder, again, still not quite sure.
Brandon spoke earlier this week about he thinks he's been banished for a few weeks as punishment for his ban. Is his recollection correct? Are we trying to send a message?
Well, it's a lot different to mine. I think I've seen him every session, so you know when you see him. So I think he's a little bit in fantasy world there, but he done a couple of sessions on his own or with the rehab group because he needed a little bit more different work because he wasn't playing. But he certainly, as far as I was concerned, he wasn't banished. But a lot of times Brandon sees things a bit differently to what they are.
Do you feel like he owes the team a bit?
Oh, again, it's something that happened, and we didn't want it to happen, and it was wrong, and he got punished. I don't know whether he owes the team anything. At the end of the day, hopefully he's just learnt the lesson, and it don't happen again.
How's he fitting in this week with the squad, Brandon?
Well, it's the same as he has the last 3 weeks, but but like I say, he's always brings a bit of energy, to the team, to the club. So he's been pretty good.
Craig, I believe Jesse and Kenny bring up 500 combined games this week.
Yeah.
You've seen a lot of astounding numbers in your time. Does that one sort of rank up there with the big ones?
Yeah, well, it does. Well, for me, it does. I can remember obviously the Johns boys playing. They were great players, but they played for a long time. The Mortimers. Obviously, with the brothers, I think Steve and Chris played about 470, and I think Peter and Steve played about 440 or whatever. So, and the Gidley brothers at Newcastle as well. Like I say, I can remember all those guys and how long they seem to play and the quality that they played. But this is the first time it's ever happened in our game. Two brothers playing 500 games for the same club. You know, it's a pretty unique milestone, and you know, we're extremely proud of what they've done, and yeah, hopefully we can you know, do that milestone justice tomorrow night.
What was the reception like from the guys when you guys sort of said they brought up 500? Because they've had a lot of milestones, those boys, but it seems like it's hit everyone pretty hard.
Yeah, again, I don't think a lot of well, obviously I'm a lot older than the players, but I hadn't heard of them before, and well, I didn't think I'd heard of them before, and you know, obviously the players probably didn't really understand. They might have thought, you know, it's happened before, it's happened a couple of times before, and but it hasn't. You know, it's the first time it's ever happened. So that's very unique within itself. And you know, Jesse and Ken's dad come in and presented their jumpers this morning. Obviously, he was quite emotional, and you know, he spoke really well actually. And but as I said, you know, it's a massive milestone because, you know, it's never been done before, and yeah, like I say, we're really proud of them.
What have you made of the Titans?
Yeah, well, they're scoring plenty of points. You know, they've got some, you know, really good, you know, strong ball carriers, and, you know, smart players. Got a good kicking game, and, you know, Tino does a great job with, you know, his work rate and the energy that he adds to them. So yeah, I'd like to say they can be a dangerous team on their day, and, you know, we're expecting that tomorrow night.
Were you sad to see how it ended for KP up there?
Yeah, it was. Again, I haven't actually spoken to Kev. I tried to ring him once there, but I'm not 100% sure of what happened. But yeah, I suppose, you know, with all due respect, you know, it wasn't a good look or whatever. But, you know, he was a wonderful contributor, you know, to us here, Kevy, for a long period of time. You know, he won the premiership with us as well, and yeah, it's just, you know, it's sad, you know, if that's going to be his last game in the NRL, because, you know, like I say, he's been a real competitor, you know, for us and the Titans, and but, you know, like I say, we wish him all the best, and, you know, hopefully, you know, he'll. I'm not quite sure he's going to England now either, so you know, hopefully he'll find something to do.
Just on Christian Welsh, how's he tracking, and can we expect him to be available soon?
No, he won't be available the rest of this year. So he won't be available the rest of this year. So.
I know David just walked in the club, is here on loan, but do you have any thoughts to try and keep him longer than that? I know you'd have the contract and salary cap, but I'm sure you wouldn't mind the depth in your outside backs going forward.
Oh, you know, we probably love to be able to do that, but at the end of the day, you know, it's taken a lot to get him here for the rest of this year, and I don't think the Tigers would let him go. And, you know, we're not thinking of that. We're just thinking of, you know, David being here for the rest of the year with us, and then we'll go from there.
Craig, do we need a more streamlined system for sharing our players when these opportunities arise? Because there seems to be something in it for everyone when you can get a guy to help someone else out.
Yeah, with all due respect, I don't think clubs would do it unless it's helping you out a bit, you know. And I know we've done, you know, the same with Harry, with, you know, when we had, you know, Cameron and Brandon here, and, you know, it just seemed a good idea that Harry would go there, and instead of playing Queensland Cup for most of the year with Cameron, you know, playing with us, that, you know, he got a lot of first grade experience. So that worked out in that way. I think, you know, for the Tigers, it probably helps them salary cap wise, and I think it probably helps them have a look at a couple of other younger players, you know, that play in David's position. So yeah, I think it's, you know, there's benefits there for both sides. Probably, I'd reckon most people would say we've got more benefit out of it than the Tigers, which, you know, is probably right. But I think, you know, there certainly is benefits there for both teams, and you know, whether I'm not quite sure whether, you know, there needs to be rules in place or, yeah, or whatever. Like, I'm not quite sure, but yeah, I can't see any problem if both clubs agree to it and the player agrees to it. Well, you know, why can't we do it?
Just on Xavier, sorry, what's the sort of thing you need to see for him? Is it not be sore the next day, or is he still showing you he's not quite ready when he's on the field?
Oh, well, again, you know, we haven't seen him train a whole heap with the team this week. You know, he done a little bit of that last week, and everything else that he's done well. But like I say, today he didn't do all the session because, you know, he pulled out of the session on Tuesday. So, but everything seemed to go okay today. I'm not quite sure when the physio sort of check him or test him. That might be tonight. That might be tomorrow morning. But as I said, we're not going to take any risk with him. But on the other side of the coin, he needs to be playing some footy. So hopefully, he's gets some match fitness and match practice into him.